Welcome to Step by Step, the podcast that takes you on a journey through the lives of some of the most successful leaders in their industries. Each episode will bring you a new leader's story, showcasing their journey to success and the challenges they faced along the way. We'll delve into every aspect of their story, step by step. So join us on this journey as we take you step by step through the lives of some of the most inspiring and successful leaders in the world.
Okay, Karthik, welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you on board because it's not easy to catch you. Every time when I come, you are like either meeting with one person or a group, or you have like a weekly meeting and you have guests. So It's very, very hard. So I really thank you for coming. Now, this story of yours, I've been wanting to know more. Okay, because you have grown SCIKEY, especially SCIKEY Malaysia, from scratch until where the brand is now today, which I believe is one of the most popular recruitment platform, right? With the likes of JobStreet, with the likes of JobsDB and some others. So now I want to know more about you and a bit about your journey and what does it take from scratch where you started until where you are today. So this is what it's all about. Okay, Karthik, first of all, maybe you can share a little bit about yourself.
So thank you so much, Azleen, for having me here, and really sorry for making you wait for so long. So because one of the main reason, of course, I'm busy, occupied, with all the transactional activities on daily basis, but at the same time, this business also needs that kind of attention.
Exactly.
So the business needs is based on daily attention. So plus, I'm a very firm believer of that as well. Okay, so that's why this delay. Sorry for that.
No problem.
But I'm just thinking where to begin with. Because
I think maybe you can start
because
about your name.
I come from a very humble beginning. Background is very humble background. We can call that as a middle class kind of life, right? Where you always need to fight for everything you want. So that is the challenge of your life at every stage of your career. When you just in the middle class or even in the lower middle class.
Right.
So my life started. Always they say, right, life is like a roller coaster, right? So my life is a classical example of a roller coaster in terms of career. So basically, by education, I'm a geologist.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So
really?
even during my days, geology is not a very well-known subject or preference for the students, right? So somehow I got motivated by my friends and school teachers. Then I decided to join geology. So anyway, even though that's not helping to build a career on geology field, but definitely it's helping me now in at least to have a conversation like this, right? So education wise, my background is geology. Career wise, I just get into sales, which is no way connected with geology, right? That too, sales also, again, it's a very unique selling, which is pharmaceutical selling, which is medicines. So
from geology to the
pharmaceutical industry, from pharmaceutical industry to IT. So that's why I try to mention you. My career life is a roller coaster.
I think it's very colorful.
Yes.
Very, very colorful.
But we keep telling it's a roller coaster, right? But I enjoyed all the ride because every ride is very unique, very interesting, very, very challenging.
Okay.
So in that way, when I look back, I don't have any regrets. Over close to 30 years of career now.
How do you find from geologists into something unknown like pharmaceutical, and then another unknown industry which is IT? How do you somehow equip yourself with this jump?
Technically, if you see, Azleen, from I think you also from my generation, right? So technically, for us, more than we are left with very little choices or no choices. So only
correct.
circumstance or the situation will drive you to do what you are doing now, right? So it's not your choice by any means. Of course, by certain circumstance, you get into this industry. Pharma industry is a very interesting and very unique industry, right? For me, the transformation is no joke. It's not easy. Transformation is a very, from my studies to pharmaceutical industry, that too very, very highly competitive market like India. So it's not going to be easy by any means. So challenges are huge in each and every step you take. Competitors will be always, under your skin. So you have to be competitive all the time, right? Even if you have to be very careful when you want to blink your eyes. So that kind of competition. So that has given me a lot of mental strength or courage to face any situation.
I see. Are you able to share with me where is your hometown?
So my hometown is from southern part of India, which is Tamil Nadu.
Ah, Tamil Nadu, yes.
Tamil Nadu.
Yes,
So
yes.
in Tamil Nadu, I come from a place called Trichy. So that's where my life, journey, career, everything, started.
Okay, cool. Now I want to bring back to the good old days, school days.
Okay.
How was it like? I mean, from where you are today, if we bring you back to the old memories, how's the schooling days like, and how the current environment at that time bring you to where you are today?
Okay. So when you talk about my schooling days, right, it's really colorful because that is during those days, right, desk phone is considered as luxury, right? So color TV means you have to be rich.
Yeah.
You want to own one. So
at that time, what year was that?
black and white. So
As usual, yeah.
as usual, right?
Yeah.
So I come from that era of, right, even this kind of things, considered luxury, for your life. So maybe because of that, what is the benefits we had is we always communicate with people.
That's right.
We travel miles in cycle just to meet friends.
Yes.
So exactly you understand the value of people, and also you can keep witnessing how others are living or what are the challenges they are facing, what kind of life they are giving. So that learning is unimaginable learning, because whatever nowadays, right, you read all the social media, whatever you see, right, that will never get matched with what you experience with your friends, families, and well-wishers of yours. So that's very interesting, part of a journey. Even I keep telling my daughter as well, right, how we used to spend our evenings where there is no scope for entertainment. So after school you come back, what do? You have nothing to do. You can play with your friends for a while. Once you become dark, what you will do? So now you see, can you just imagine today, if it is becoming dark, you have nothing to do, no mobile, no TV, nothing. Just imagine what you will do.
Yeah, true.
So
true.
I come from that. So that is where the interaction with people has increased. So every evening we used to sit as a family, next door neighbors, back door neighbors, all come together, sit together, we have a chat. So everything has been updated only in that evening sessions.
True. I mean, even though we were playing something, it is like a physical game.
Correct. Everything is physical. So when you say physical, I'm a very big sports lover. So of course, all Indians will play cricket. So I'm also very fond of cricket. I'm a kind of all-rounder, playing that game for a while. Plus, I'm a coached sports is volleyball. I played for my school, college, university. So I'm a volleyball player as well.
Okay.
So then, the very very important, interesting thing which I can relate to current situation is India, we have some kind of the military training in school which is called the National Cadet Corps. We in short they call the NCC. Okay. So there, the actual military people will come and train you for 2 years. If it is school, it is 2 years. In college, it is 3 years. So you can continue in college as well. So they categorize certification into A certificate, B certificate, and C certificate. So you will get your A certification in school, right? B and C in college. There they will teach you a lot of discipline. So honestly speaking, that way we get to be very very disciplined in terms of punctuality, time management, dressing, how to keep your things nicely. So that is a huge learning which I realized later part of my life, how important that training is. That is number one. Number two, because of not having so much of distractions, your interaction with your parents is huge. You can talk a lot of things with your parents, right? So for me, still today, I am proud of certain things about myself, right? Even many people achieved many things, but for me, whatever I achieved so far, little, right? Mostly I contribute all my success primarily to my mom. Why? Because the reason is she always give me very very clear direction, not on how you build your career or what you want to achieve, on keep reminding me how to stay always very very humble, at the same time how to maintain a very clean and healthy habits. So even I keep telling my daughter very proudly, until today I am a teetotaler. So I don't drink, I don't smoke, so not even once I gambled. So these are the principle which my mom taught me, so which until today I am just following.
Okay, wow, interesting. Now, when you are in your schooling days, either in the primary or even at the higher school, okay, can you name me one your favorite teacher, and why he or she is your favorite?
Okay, from my younger days, right, for like most of the kids, right, so that time my favorite teacher during my younger days, I just forgot her name, but I like her so much because in India there is a community called Anglo-Indian community. Anglo-Indian community. So they are very strong in English. So always in my days we are very much obsessed with English. So whoever speaks very nice fluent English, right, we just keep looking at them. So that kind of thing. So this teacher, she impressed me a lot because of her language. So later part of the schooling days, I can see many teachers really helped me or guided us through in understanding and learning more than subject, right? They always taught more about life.
More about life.
More about life.
I see.
So of course, subject knowledge is always there. They will have their set of syllabus to complete, but at the same time, they always teach more about life, plus how you have to conduct yourself, in society with your friends, with your family. It's more like a moral value, kind of stories all the time.
I see. Wow, this is interesting. Eh?
Yes. So now that time we never took that so seriously because we are kids, right? We are trying to, but still everything is getting to your mind and getting registered at someplace somewhere. So when you reach the right stage of understanding that part of education, right, there really it helps. Now it's helping me, even though after 30 years of or close to 30 years of career, it's helping me now. All those values are coming in. So that is what we are trying to transfer the same kind of knowledge to all these youngsters.
Yes.
Right. So these youngsters nowadays, these youngsters are very smart, very intelligent.
Very.
So
yes,
when you know how to give them that little bit dose without making them bored, right? Then definitely I'm thinking we are doing the right thing for the next generation.
Exactly. Very interesting, because during my school days, my teachers, they almost never talk about life. It's always education, knowledge, school, and then subject, that's it. There is nothing about life where we can learn something out of it. Now I want to bring you back to nearer to where you are today, which is the university days, or maybe during your college days. Any of your activities there that you believe help you to bring where you are now?
Okay, so one of the part I like to mention, which is very much related to what I'm currently doing, in terms of organizing things, is I can say my leadership qualities. So leadership quality starts from my school days.
Okay.
Because most of the it always leadership got many definitions, Azleen, right? So for me, definition of leadership is all about style, because leadership, you can have n number of leadership methods or people to be successful, right? But I always very much believe leadership is very much aligned with your personality. So whoever understand that part of their personality, how my personality is very much aligned to my leadership, right? These people, that is my opinion, they will be far successful leaders when compared to others. Why? Because they are not trying to imitate anyone on leadership. So they are not borrowing leadership qualities from anyone. So they are just true to themselves. So coming back to my story, maybe I understand that very early in my life. So always there are friends around me. Somehow whatever I say, they listen to me. I don't know why until today, right? So this carries to college as well. Then only later many people acknowledged. Then they said, I think, hey, you have that natural leadership quality. People are just following whatever you say.
I mean, is it like, okay, Karthik, you lead. Okay, Karthik, you lead.
Yeah, correct. So,
really,
whatever the discussion, right? Even for example, right? Even when we discuss among the friends which movie to pick for today, right? There will be many debate will happen. But when I say finally, I think better this movie, I just give even some stupid justification, right? So they are very much okay, to accept, that movie. So we just all go for the movie. It starts from that kind of decision, even to major decisions of something goes wrong in somebody's family, or you get involved, support, help, all those things, right? So there somehow it is all coming to us very naturally. Plus we also participated as a family in a lot of blood donation, all those things. So that time, during my time when my mom and dad passed away, it's more than 20 years now, right? That time organ donation or eye donation is no joke. Yes. Because that time people are very afraid, because the awareness is very less. Now you got a lot of awareness about this kind of donating things. So that time we took a very bold decision. I initiated that decision because I was part of one of the club called Lions Club, international one.
Yes.
So there they keep educating about donating eyes. Okay. So they also educate me. For example, if you are donating 2 eyes, right, they will not give that 2 eyes to one person. So they give only 1 eye to one person, another eye to another person. So people without 2 eyes, at least they will be with 1 eye to see something. So that is how they do things that time.
I see.
So we started that. I initiated even during the worst period of my life, which my mom passed away as well. So that time also we took, as a family, we took a decision of donating. Then that has become a practice. So then my father passed away after 3-4 years. Then we donated his eyes as well. Now we are all pledged. So whenever our time comes, we are willing to donate whatever we can.
It is called organ donor.
Organ donor,
yes. So the eyes, kidneys, heart, and so on.
But eye donation is a bit different from organ donor.
Yes, I see. So, did you join any club or any, I don't know, some movement during your college days?
As I mentioned you earlier as well, right? So the leadership quality, I'm just trying to correlate that story and what currently how we have reached here. I'm trying to correlate that two stories. So there, the NCC, the National Cadet Corps program from the government, right? That really helped. Because there they really teach you the leadership, how to lead. It's like army. You are in army, right? So every week they have 2 sessions of training and firing sessions, all those things, right? Naturally you will get that confidence and leadership.
Right.
That later part that really helped me.
So you were saying that you have this knowledge, and then you also need to have certain level of charisma.
Yes.
Right. But I don't think leaders are born.
Correct.
They are created.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. So there is no such thing called born leaders. So if you want to be put it in a nicer way, right? Certain people are blessed with that qualities. So there is no such thing called born leaders. Certain people really blessed with those qualities. Really, I felt that many times as well.
Right.
Because you easily people get attracted towards you, or somehow when you talk people get attracted, is right. It's a blessing.
Right,
so
right.
You cannot think that you have super or talented or whatever it is, right? But
right.
you are kind of blessed. So people straight away accepting you is not
Correct.
easy.
Are you able to share with me a little bit about your early career days when you were saying that you were like graduating as a geologist, moving to pharma and then IT? How was your early career days like? I mean, at that time.
Okay, so especially right when I decided to get into sales for whatever reason that time is maybe predominantly because of family situation, right? You have to get into job. I want to do my PG. Which is masters. That geology masters is called M.Tech, Master of Technology. So that was very attractive title you can have during that time. So
yes.
I was aspiring for that. Because of family situations, you have to get into job mode straight away, right? Then I was looking around what kind of, because during our days, right, there is no such thing called career counseling or guidance, right? Maybe best case scenario, your professors can help you, all those things, but they also will guide you only through the subject you graduated.
True.
Right? So if you see that way, right, so that there is no proper guidance, you are left with no choice but for you to choose yourself, your career.
Okay.
So in that way I try to choose my career, because I see the sales people are moving around everywhere, they look very laughing, smiling all the time. So I thought maybe why don't we try with the sales. That's how I get into sales. So I joined a very we can consider the small company, pharmaceutical company, which I worked for 6 months, right? First company, which is no joke, because of the travel you have to go through. That time you are not in a situation to buy a motorbike, or even India they call that as moped, the 50cc small one, right? Even you are not in a situation to afford that kind of thing. So pharmaceutical selling is very, as I told you, right, very competitive. Plus you have to be kind of gain knowledge as well in terms of memorizing a lot of compositions, combinations, drug interactions. So it's not going to be easy. So you have to go through some sort of training as well.
True.
Because you are going to talk to a customer who knows better than you.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So you are going to talk to that kind of customers. For that you have to be equipped.
Yes.
So then knowledge is also very important. Plus selling skill is also important. So that's why I always consider selling, at least to my knowledge, selling insurance and pharmaceutical kind of toughest selling in the world. So that's what I believe. So that time, even to visit one customer, Azleen, you have to travel in bicycle for 8 to 9 kilometers one way. That too in April, May sun in India. So you will be sweating it
you're
out.
feeling the sun is on top of your head.
On top of you. Even many of my customers even ask me, because I just go totally drenched. So they ask, why you are coming like this? Because I said, no, I have to do this because this is my job. So we started that way. So when you see that kind of selling, it's not only about your physical strain, it's all about your mental toughness as well.
True.
How tough you want to be, right? So this one, I'm talking about one place, this 8+8 or 9+9 kilometers up and down. Like this, you have to visit multiple places.
Imagine that, huh? Imagine that.
So you can know, if you imagine, right, it's not going to be easy.
So I'm sure at that time you have 6-pack.
More than 6-pack. You don't need to do any exercise, So naturally.
You don't have to because you cycle, right?
Cycle. You keep cycling. That too. See, cycling is also still okay, which is not so difficult. But the problem is, right, the roads. Literally there is no roads there. So that's why the transport is not there. So because you have to meet some people to get some business, like some products, all those bookings, all those things, right? So you have to travel like that, multiple villages, lot of places you have to visit.
How's the client when they see you like completely drenched with sweat and all your makeups are gone, and
correct.
How are they taking it? Are they still convinced of buying your product even though you look like you are like that?
Correct. So initial first feeling they get is they try to look you in a very pitiful way. That's the first reaction, because the way you stand in front of them, right? But they also acknowledge how much efforts you are putting to just go and meet them. Definitely that acknowledgement will transform into results.
Because they will see you like you have this young man can have this effort just to come and see me.
Correct.
And he or she knows that you have a very big heart.
Correct. That too, not only for once or twice, Azleen, when they see consistently for months together, years together, the same approach, right? That is where they get impressed. So it's not about just you do one time they get impressed. It's not like that. So because all my competitors will do the same thing. So just imagine. So I am also drenching. Same like me, 10 people are drenching and standing in front of you. Which one you will choose? So that is where real competition comes in.
Okay.
So there comes your selling capability.
Okay.
So pharmaceutical industry is all about not product selling, at least to initial days, right? It was concept selling, right?
Okay.
I need to come and convince you why you need to prescribe this drug for your patients. What is that you are prescribing now, right? How this product is better than other products. So it's a pure concept selling. It's not product selling.
True. Understood. Now share with me your story. When did you jump and join SCIKEY?
Okay. So that's an interesting part. So all my career, as I mentioned, in pharmaceutical industry, I was there in the industry for 17 years. 17 years of pharmaceutical industry. I have no clue of IT. So that is why even for some people they can see this as a kind of example. I don't use the word inspiration because I don't think I have reached a stage to inspire people, but they can take this as an example, right? From zero knowledge in IT, right? 17 years in pharmaceutical industry, you gain lot of knowledge. So in terms of lot of medicines, combinations, even now the bad habit still keep coming to me. When I meet doctor, then when they write prescription for me, right? I will ask why you are writing this instead of you can write this, right? I start give them suggestions as well. That's the flip side of
that's
experience.
good. That's good.
So from that kind of knowledge you gained in some industry, moving to other industry where you are literally ought to start from zero. That is where the challenge, or the mental toughness all comes in. So who are listening to this, right, maybe take a leave from that place. So because that part is very important, because many people are very scared of moving to different career at different point of time.
Yeah.
But for me, I have no inhibition. Opportunity knocks my door, or it's a kind of request came to me, to come to a different country like Malaysia, right? To come and help support on certain sales transformation activities. So which I am very much open to, because I enjoy doing sales all the while. So it's not about, I never see this as a job. I always enjoy. So for me, I said yes. Only biggest constraint or the thought was because I don't know about this industry.
Correct.
I don't know how it operates. I don't know what is the process. But I don't know what kind of jargons they use in this industry. Zero knowledge.
Right.
So then once I choose to come to Malaysia, then slowly I start learning. You'll be very surprised. All my learnings comes from my customer.
Oh. Oh.
I can just give, I can write and hang it on the wall anywhere. All my learnings comes from customer.
So it's actually learning on the job.
Learning on the job.
Ah, okay.
That too, for me, now I can consider that as very fortunate to have that kind of experience. But that time I was thinking it's very unfortunate, because straight away you start servicing client like IBM without knowing anything about this industry. So which is no joke. Right?
You join, then you run.
Straight away just go and meet people sits in IBM. I'm telling you, Azleen, right? I have no clue. I just sit and listen to them.
Okay.
I am very, very focused on making sure that they never ask me any questions related to this business or industry. So because of that, I try to twist the conversation to a generic conversation like country, culture, politics, so to make sure that they don't come to this zone.
Okay.
Because I was very much worried, because I'm from the industry where I know a lot of things I can talk of.
Right.
But this industry I have no clue. So I try to manage myself that way in many times. So at some point of time I start realizing that, right, in sales, what I learned all these years is, when you try to be very honest with people, right, they're always willing to help you. For any reason, you try to just even a bit of try to communicate with them that things better, or better things, right, you may not get that enough support. So this is my learning. So your learning will be different, others' learning will be different.
So the client has a bit of a sense. They somehow they know whether you are honest, you are sincere, or you want to boast about something. Right?
Definitely they know.
They know, right?
Within first 5 minutes, because
they know.
customers are very smart.
Yes.
They are very, very smart. Even before you pitch in or you have a conversation with them, right? First 3-4 minutes, they definitely know where you are heading. So how I position myself, because of my lack of knowledge in the industry, I straight away kind of surrender to them. I said, boss, I have no idea about the industry. I am very new to this market, right? I'll be more than happy if I can learn something from you today.
Oh, that's very humble.
So when you go with this approach, right, I'm telling you, I have a huge respect for Malaysian community and for the people. So later part of the story, I will tell you what is that I am planning to do the reciprocational activities to them, right? So because they really taught me a lot of things, I'm telling you, a lot of things.
So this IBM, are they your first customer?
Yes.
Ah, congrats.
So for first customer is my IBM. It's not with SCIKEY, but with the previous company to start with.
I see.
So that's a learning process start. But exactly, maybe I can say because of my interest in understanding this business. See, that's the big advantage. Someone can be very successful when they come from different industry, because they always kind of scared and worried that they don't know much about this industry. In that process, they put long hours in understanding and learning about this industry. In that way, they get better than the people who are already in the industry. So that's how exactly happened to me. So I start talking to people which is irrelevant, whatever it is I can learn from the people, right? I start learning, from my customers. All my customers are fantastic. So I just go with the Mahatma Gandhi principle of customer is God approach. So
what you are trying to say is everything is from the conversation.
Everything is from conversation.
Meet with them.
Correct.
Spend time with them. I see.
Plus, luckily for me, Azleen, we are also a bit old school, right? We don't really, believe in this. Not believe. Now we have no choice. Virtual kind of, meetings, right? We always, believe in physical meetings. That is where the real relationship, will build.
Correct.
Right. So one coffee is more than enough,
Exactly.
to build a relationship
Exactly.
for many years.
Exactly.
So because I built that, for years here.
Yeah.
So coming back to psyche part, which is even more interesting, we have a very friendly chat. Then he was asking, Karthik, what is your aspirations, all those things. I said, I'm just thinking, I just want to have a chat with you, all those things. Then he said, Karthik, why don't you, join psyche and you aspire, your entrepreneurship or the way you want to run the business, right? So there I said, is it really possible? Because most of the organization, right? So they will try to convince you to join first, then of course the process how it works, right? But with Karun or SRK group, right? So they are very good in maintaining whatever they promised to me. So that way I said I'm very much okay to be a part of this if that is the assurance I'm getting from them. After that, as I'm telling you, no looking back.
So meaning you've been working all this while.
Correct.
And then you are being hunted to join SCIKEY and you are allowed to run SCIKEY as your company, as if it is your company, and here you are today.
Exactly. I will tell that is the major reason or important reason for us to reach at this level, because of this freedom with accountability approach.
Yes. So how do you find running a huge company like this?
Yeah, it's very interesting. Azleen, I enjoy every day. You must be seeing a few days when you come here as well, right?
Because you've been managing like a few people here.
A lot in India as well.
India, Malaysia, and then attitude, and then all their antics,
Everything.
How do you handle that? I mean, I don't think it's easy.
Definitely, it is not easy. At the end of the day, right? People management, at least for my knowledge, people management is the toughest thing to do, because people are very different. That's why everyone is unique as well, right? There is no replica, so everyone is very different. So managing people emotions or bringing the best out of them is the challenge, or that is the opportunity. So you can just bring a lot of people to the limelight, make them grow in front of your eyes like a parent, right? That gives you an immense pleasure. For me, I can call that as an addiction as well. I want to see people grow in front of my eyes, being successful, not necessarily with psyche. Even when they go out also, I want to see them grow at different level. I'll be very happy to at least think, for myself, I played a very small part in their growth. So that one, I am very particular about that, which I am trying to educate to all the employees working under me. So from my team, maybe the result of that approach is attrition is very less, plus whoever joined our company really grown in a very big way.
Right. So in your opinion, from SCIKEY that you joined from, let's say, day one until where you are today after 5 years, what actually contributes to the growth, in your opinion?
Overall, first I will first thing I can say is it's all about my team. So whatever the success we achieved today, right, all the credit goes to my team. So it's all about team game.
The hungry of them.
The hungry of the team. Leadership, of course, plays a role. You will play a role, right? But it's all, see, at the end of the day, Azleen, whatever we talk, right, there need to be buy-in. There need to be buy-in. So people, whatever you say, people, we need people to execute your plans and to understand our direction or getting aligned with our thoughts or getting aligned with the company direction, which is all very, very important.
Because I see you having a lot of time spent with your team.
Yes.
Conversation.
Yes.
Say hi, and then gathering,
Yes.
and then meet up, and then casual chat. So I would assume this is one of the most important, I would say, factor that helps them to bring in result.
Exactly, because whenever anyone join in SCIKEY, right, first day I promise them something, which is I always tell them, I will help you to build your career, or the day one we will be discussing about the career path. So we keep revisiting that part all the time. So time to time, for example, every 3 months once, we keep checking are we in the right direction of that career path. So even we had meeting last week because April is our first month of financial year for this year. So I told them very clearly, come we all again huddle together, or even one by one with your team, right, to discuss what exactly you want to achieve in this 1 year. What kind of help you need for you to achieve in terms of career goals, in terms of monetary achievement, in terms of personal achievement. Someone who came and spoke to me, this year I want to buy a car. So today my salary is this much. So I want to get my car, I need to pay this much of EMI. So this one I need to earn, this one is additional. You tell me what I'm supposed to do to earn this additional. So we try to figure it out on individual basis on their career path as well as their personal goals as well.
I see.
So we try to collaborate and work very closely with the team members so that they can achieve whatever they are aspiring
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, before we end the session, how do you see yourself or maybe SCIKEY in the next 5 years?
So as an organization direction, right, so we are all very much aligned, right. So I will take this opportunity to thank Mr. Alok, Mr. Karun, and all the people in India. My team supports me for this growth, right. We have a very clear direction, right. So in terms of revenue growth, we have a very clear direction what we are going to achieve in 2026.
Wow.
So we have a very clear direction of where we are heading to. So my way of doing things is, right, to reach that goal, I'm not too worried about whether you reach that goal, or if you don't reach that goal, what's going to happen, or how you reach that goal. Those are all I don't bother. My way of doing things, even I'll tell the team the same thing, which is you focus on what you're supposed to do right today. Things will happen. Of course, we have a plan, we have a strategy, we have a very holistic view of what we want. But to achieve that, you have to do things on daily basis. Very focused, very, very focused what you are supposed to do today. You will achieve in 2026 whatever you are aiming for.
I see.
So that's a very clear direction people have set, or we all decided as a management to achieve something like that, right. So it's very easy for me to just pass the same thing to my team. This is what we are aspiring to achieve at 2026, 25, 24. So we have a very clear direction for each and every year.
Interesting.
So that's what we want to really achieve. But before closing this, I want to highlight few key points which I told you previously, because this country gave me a lot of things. So what is my payback to this country? So because of that, I'm closely working with all the top government agencies like MDEC, MSKL, Talent Corp, right. There are a lot of government agencies I'm very, very, very closely working with to understand what kind of initiatives they are trying to give to the people who are need, right? So I am getting aligned to that thought as well, so that I am getting a lot of knowledge from this government agencies, which we are very proactive in doing a lot of things. Plus I am also aligning the company direction towards how we can, with this approach, with this assistance from all the government agencies, with our thought process, how we can reciprocate to these people. First step what we achieved is, normally in this IT sector, right, it is kind of because of lack of talent in Malaysia, they always go for foreigners or expats across Southeast Asia, different countries, right? But I will proudly say my employees with SCIKEY currently 98% all Malaysians. So for me, even though the numbers may not be huge, which is now close to 120 plus, all those things, but still I feel that this is a very good achievement in terms of me getting aligned to my thoughts of reciprocation for this country. So instead of looking at foreigners, right, we are focusing on Malaysians. That's number one. It's a very beginning. So my aim to at least to build 500 Malaysian staffs in next few years.
Congratulations, Karthik. This conversation has been very good. I learned a lot from your stories, and it's, I would say, inspiring. Even though you say it's not inspiring, you can take it as an example, but I believe it is extremely inspiring.
Thank you so much, Azleen.
Thank you so much for
your
being
time
here.
as well, right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.